So thanks everybody for tuning in to Triple Point Charts. This is episode 11. Those of you that have clicked that bell notification next to the subscribe button, you just got this notification. Those of you that haven't, do it. Freaking click it.
Click that bell.
Yeah. This is episode 11. Tomorrow's a really big day in the markets. We have the CPI data coming out. And I've got some bets out there that are gonna really be weighted heavy on this CPI report. So everybody say a prayer for me tonight, right before you go to bed.
Yeah, for sure. And me myself, I am sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
After the last CPI data, I was totally wrong, and I am still licking my wounds.
Yeah, it happens, man. But who cares, dude? Money's fiat. This shit's just paper. We're all about the coins.
The coins. Right? Yeah. Well, you know who's really about the coins, right?
You're the biggest coiner out there.
Oh no, the guy who got me to be all about the coins.
Who's
Michael Saylor.
Hell,
he just said, he just said he was gonna. I guess he's selling like $500 million worth of his stocks, MicroStrategy, his company, to buy more Bitcoin.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
I think so. I mean, it's good for Bitcoin.
Right. Is that a good thing for company that he's built up and these investors that he have? What's the investors think about that?
I mean, I don't think he would be this aggressive if he didn't orange pill them, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If they're along for the ride by this point, they're good.
Yeah, he's literally said he's going to buy Bitcoin for forever, as long as he has another currency to buy Bitcoin against. He'll buy Bitcoin.
He'll go broke building his bag.
I mean,
if that's what it takes. If you're willing to sell 500 million?
Yeah.
How much is he freaking worth?
I'd imagine he's sitting comfortably in the billies.
Yeah. Gotta be. Yeah. If he's selling $500 million.
Yeah.
How much is MicroStrategy worth? Jesus Christ. They're just they're a software company, right?
Yeah, they're a software company. Let's see. Michael Saylor's net worth is, he owns 39,000 units of the company, which is worth over, oh wait, this is kind of old. Oh, Michael Saylor's estimated net worth is 500 million.
He's selling it all, baby. But that's probably his personal net worth. I'm sure the company has a hell of a lot more.
Oh wait, no. That was wrong, because that was Wealthy Gorilla. Forbes is saying he's worth 5.9 billion. Yeah, 5.9 million. Just kidding. Yeah.
5.9 billion makes that sounds right.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
See, he's still not even throwing. Even the godfather of Bitcoin is not throwing. He's being smart about it. Still, 500 million is nothing to 5.9 billion.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just about to say. It's kind of crazy how many millions it takes to make a billion.
Yeah, not fair. It's like you make $1 million and you haven't even scratched $1 billion.
Yeah, you're still poor in the eyes of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and
I don't know if I would want $1 billion.
I would.
I don't think I would. I think I would if I ever got to that amount of money.
So you're telling me
I would.
That door opened up right now. two guys in a suit, and they said, "Here's your debit card, sir. And what's my limit? 10 billion. You wouldn't take it?"
Well, I'd take it. Yeah, I'd be like, all right, let me buy 7 billion in Solana and 3 billion in.
Well, you would not even be thinking about Solana.
And I wouldn't even think about you. I would just shut the laptop. I wouldn't even think about my family. I would just leave. I'd have you call my family and be like, "Hey, sorry, just he's gone."
He's gone.
Yeah.
I would hope that you would be like, "Hey, like there's a briefcase on my porch. It's for you, but you gotta tell my family that I'm gone."
Yeah, I'd drop you off like if I got 10 billion, I'd drop you off like at least 100 million.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and then I'd be like, "You're never ever gonna get to this point, though. You haven't even scratched the surface."
I'll be like, "You got it for free."
Yeah, exactly. Like I worked hard for this. Yeah, dude. Did you look at the YouTube channel today?
Dude, we've been pumping.
Yeah,
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
legitimately. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that not episode 10. Episode 10 hasn't really been doing too great, but episode 9, we're at like almost 200 views, and then we had 2 shorts go up today, and one of them is just shy of 500 views, and the other one's just shy of like 300 or 400.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
We appreciate it, guys, and it's all because you guys are greedy motherfuckers, and we said, "Hey, subscribe, and we're gonna give you $250 to one lucky subscriber." Guess what? We're still doing it, so you better subscribe and
we've
continue
gained,
to be greedy.
Yeah, I think we gained like 7 subscribers today, so time is definitely ticking on that giveaway. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching from the sidelines, you're very dangerously, potentially missing out on $250 at 250 subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe, share the video, tell your parents about Kenny's Bitcoin fascination.
Yeah. Hey, man, I feel like you have to have this level of conviction, like, especially in the beginning of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, those guys had to have like stupid conviction. So I'm just trying to take that same energy 10 years from now, like they did 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and see where we're at in 10 years or even less.
Imagine you're 10 years late. Imagine if you'd have been
No,
yeah, but
it's just
yeah.
math.
So yeah, tomorrow's going to be I think tomorrow's going to be bloody. I think that even if the CPI comes out lower, I think that the only reason it's going to come out lower is because gas prices 13 weeks consecutively gas prices have dropped. Did you know that?
13 weeks.
13 weeks consecutively. Yeah, that's like the longest. Yeah, 13 weeks.
That's like 3 months ago.
They've dropped.
Yeah, so for the past 3 months they've been dropping.
Yeah.
September, August, July, June. Well, I guess June was the peak, right? Yeah.
Let me read the tweet. It's from Unusual Whales. U.S. gasoline prices have fallen for 13 weeks in a row, the longest consecutive weekly slide in more than 3 years. So I think that's gonna reflect the CPI report.
Yeah.
But who cares? Gas is still hella expensive. Food is ridiculous. Rent is crazy. So I think that even though the data might be lower, I still think that the markets are going to react negatively tomorrow. But that's not financial advice at all, because I don't know. It's just a thought.
I mean, I would agree. I would agree with that, just because like we can't sustain this even at these prices. Like the
Right.
average, the average American can't, for sure. And then also, like, you have Europe, like,
Fucked.
yeah, they're totally I forgot what it was. I think they just started printing euros, like 1.5 trillion or something like
Oh yeah,
that.
they did. They did. Yes.
Yeah, so that's the reason why Bitcoin pumped. Just kidding.
I mean, it could be. I mean, that could have gave some positive sentiment right there. Honestly.
uh maybe. I don't think so though, because all that money's going straight to paying bills,
Yeah. True.
It's
Yeah.
it's going, you know, it's going into the pockets of the money hungry, the people who don't have to worry about energy. That's what's
Right.
crazy. Like, that money is eventually going to make it into the pockets of people who don't have to worry about the price of energy.
Right. Yeah. The ones that get the least lasting effect of money printing are the ones that need it the most.
Yeah. Because, like, also,
That's
too, because even if they're the only ones getting it, even if it's like, poor people getting it, they're going
right.
to spend it on energy. And then
Exactly.
that's
And it
it.
just goes
So,
right back to them. Jesus,
yeah.
that's so fucked.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just win and win and win.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And then that debt relief package with the printing is definitely giving them some, they get breaks for their corporation. It's all factored in there too. So they're just winning.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Dude.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so I don't know. I think it'll come in lower, but I think I also wonder if it comes in much lower, like way too low. Let's just say,
Ooh. Yeah, like
like
5.
like initially you go, oh yeah, this is great, but then it's like, wait a second, but prices still suck.
Right.
So
That's what I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating that the actual percentage is going to be lower than
eight
estimated.
point
But
five,
how much?
lower than 8 point last
Oh, I thought you
month.
said 1.5. I was like, I hope not.
No, yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's my thought process going into tomorrow. But still, like we said yesterday, um, you know, you should do what you're doing. Sit on the sidelines, wait for a confirmed direction, and then trade if you're going to trade.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah. I think I hope you're right for your sake, but I also hope you're wrong for my sake.
I hope I'm wrong. Legitimately, like I hope the markets don't tank, but it's honestly it's just more like a hedge. Like I have a put option on SPY for tomorrow. Like I think 396 strike price, but
Hmm.
it doesn't expire tomorrow. I think it's like a week or two out, but
Yeah, yeah,
396 is just looks like it's the bottom of a channel that I have charted out. So I was like,
yeah,
fuck it. If it does dip down within the next week, I could definitely see it going down to 396. So
yeah.
that's why I
My
grabbed that one.
my thought process is like Jerome Powell,
Hmm.
like because at the last FOMC meeting, he was totally hawkish and talking about, we're committed to raising rates, we're committed to bringing housing prices back down to like
Yeah.
where people, the average American, can afford a 3.2, and I'm just like, so even if this, I wonder, even if this inflation number comes down lower, if it'll be 50 basis points or 75. I'm
Right.
not sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like he doesn't want to take the foot off the gas yet on basis points raise. It sounds like he still wants to keep driving this
Yeah.
shit.
Do you think Papa Biden will get behind him and just say, hey,
I mean,
time to,
he always says that he goes off of their recommendation 100%. He says he doesn't, he agrees with what they do. So if he sticks to his word, then he's just going to let him, do his thing.
he's going to let Biden do? Yeah. which would make sense. Biden would say take the foot off the gas.
Mhm.
Midterms are coming up, so it'll
Yeah, but
probably
if
be
you're for the people and don't want a economic collapse, sometimes you do have to raise the rates.
yeah. No, for sure.
I
But
hope he doesn't,
I
try to just go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say, but if the interest, I mean not interest, if the inflation's coming down, then he has
Right.
more leeway to take the foot off the gas.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what when you get on Twitter, bro, and you start looking at what people in other countries are saying about our inflation rate, like it's like they always are talking about these guys are fucking liars. Like they're basically saying like there's no way that we're at, our CPI data says 8.1 or whatever. Like people are like if you calculate it out it's like 16.2 and shit like that. Like
Oh
can
no,
can you
yeah.
really can you really like but we say that, but when you really think about it, that's freaking wild that there's other people like really dead set on that the government is lying about actual reports that are being put out for financial markets.
No, yeah, definitely. I think that's the whole reason why. I mean, let's be honest. That's the whole reason why China and Russia, Iran, I mean North Korea doesn't really have much of a choice. But
Mhm.
like these other countries are starting to align with one another and stuff like
Right.
that because they're
They're
seeing how
tired of
they're,
our bullshit.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like
Uh,
it's it's more of a it's more of an attack directly towards the US,
yeah.
and I think I mean it stems bigger than that. Like it stands to reason exactly why Bitcoin is here too and cryptocurrencies.
Right.
You
Yeah, it
can't,
eliminates all the bullshit.
yeah, it eliminates the bullshit. Satoshi saw something and then I mean you and I see it too. We're just two guys from Florida, you
Mhm.
know, just talking about it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people are waking up. Like for sure people are waking up. There's not a doubt about that.
Yeah.
Like so I think it's going to get and as more and more people wake up, it gets more and more difficult for them to keep control, you know, and like
Right.
do
Yeah, and
do
but
whatever they
you can
want.
see that. You can see that all across the the country. Like people are fed up with it. You look at like Portland, look at Washington D.C. People they're calling the government out on their bullshit more than ever, I would say. I mean, we've always been calling people out on their bullshit. There's always been protests and stuff like that, but it seems as if like I'm not
Like
one I'm not one to go with like the woke movement all the time, but it does seem like people are at least questioning more um like every day than they used to.
yeah. I mean, well, it started off in 2009 when Occupy Wall Street was a thing,
Right. Right.
you know, and you know, and it wasn't just New York City. It was like all major cities in the US that people were camping out at and
Right.
occupying, you know. And so it started there and it hasn't really slowed down. I mean,
Yeah.
I,
And
I
sure.
think I think if anything, they've shifted the attention onto other things like Black Lives. I think the Black Lives Matter movement was intentional. I think the Women's March was intentional. I think Roe Roe v. Wade was intentional. I think
Definitely.
there's a lot, like if it doesn't directly affect money, they honestly couldn't care less about the social issue.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's a
like and in reality, and not to speak ill, but if I'm being honest with myself, and if you like, do I really care about like these, especially if I'm any, I have a lot of money and I have a lot of power. Do I
Mhm.
really care about abortion rights when I
Right.
control and get to do kind of like whatever the fuck I want? No.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, it's to me, it's all. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're good.
To me,
And
it's like those things only matter if you're going through them actively. Like I
yeah,
hate to say
exactly.
that though, but I mean, like I'm not worried about abortion rights because I'm not having any more kids. Like
Yeah.
I thought at first you were going to say the Black Lives Matter movement, and I was like, well, I I personally am affected by that because like
Yeah.
my children are biracial and things like that. So that's a great cause, but the abortion stuff doesn't
But even
affect my life.
I'll argue with you there. If you're in Congress or in the Senate, does it affect your life?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
it just affects like the legit day to day like interactions with people, but it doesn't. All of this stuff doesn't necessarily change the ideas of the law.
Yeah. And so whenever I think the
Not that I
occupy
agree with that. I wish people would stand up for, basic human rights way more than they do, but just speaking honestly, shit doesn't usually change. It takes a hell of a lot for real change to be enacted, and it takes a
yeah,
hell of a lot more for real change to like continue for a long time.
yep, yep. And that's exactly, I mean, and that's what America's been built off of,
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
know?
it's disgusting. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it goes all the way back to slavery,
definitely. Yeah,
you know? And I'm not talking about race here. I'm just talking about social issues.
sure.
And like it wasn't nobody cared until enough people cared. And
Definitely. Yeah,
then
until it started trending.
yeah. And then
Like, it's like the
and but
Ukraine, like
that's capitalism, you know?
yeah, for sure. Once they figure out their angle, to produce an income off of a tragedy, then it trends. Like the Ukraine, everybody on Twitter. I remember, dude, when that first happened, Twitter was going ballistic with the, Ukraine stuff, and now you literally cannot. Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I
It scares me because it's like people are still dying every day in Ukraine, and nobody knows. Nobody is tweeting about it. Nobody's
yeah,
standing with Ukraine anymore. The profile pictures are gone. They don't give a shit.
yeah. I know
It's
one
it's.
guy who does.
I mean, I still look it up, but it's not on my feed at all anymore. There's none of it. Like I just heard that in Kabul, was it Saturday? Uh, the This is a headline I read that the Taliban shot down a Black Hawk helicopter, killing 3 U.S. soldiers in Kabul, and
That's
I haven't
crazy.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that is
just
really
like if
nuts.
it doesn't trend, nobody's gonna fucking talk about it.
Yeah. No, definitely. So it's
Yeah,
our job and it's our
it's our job,
responsibility.
everybody. So please get it trending. 3 dead soldiers. No, 3 white soldiers.
Hey, you don't want that.
That's a no. Come on, that's a freaking trading. That's a trading pattern. The 3 white soldiers. Come
No,
on.
no, no, I'm saying you don't want that because
I don't want that
put
tomorrow. Hell no.
yeah,
I want three
that
black crows, baby. Hardcore 3 black crows.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't implying.
I thought you were talking about some racist shit right then. I was like, fuck, I'm canceled already. On a
No,
20-minute
no.
podcast, I got canceled. God damn it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sweating.
the funniest thing is, do you remember how they said this was like white supremacists?
Yes, I do. I remember
And I
that.
was just
And
like,
every time I do that, and I'm just like, okay, to somebody, I think about it. I'm like, oh God, I shouldn't do that.
well, it's like it's kind of crazy because I am I um
Yeah.
yeah. And
Like my daughters do that to me all the time. Okay, daddy. I'm just like, what are you fucking saying? No.
well, it's that game too, where
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
like
The
you get to punch
made you
them.
look game or whatever.
Yeah, it made you look. And like it's just like, oh my gosh.
Hey Kenny.
Yeah. Oh,
I was explaining that to Brady's wife while I was in Georgia, and she was like, "You guys didn't really used to do that kind of stuff, right?" And me and Brady just kind of looked at each other. We're like, "Yep." Like they had to shut it down at the high school where nobody could play that game anymore because a kid missed an entire class period because somebody shot him in the, did the little dart game in
Yeah.
the right before class started, and he fell right in the hallway, and he stayed there until he laid there until class got out. He lay there for freaking 58 minutes or whatever.
None of the teachers like,
Nobody came in. Nobody came through the hallway. Nobody.
dang, that's commitment right
Yeah.
there.
He got a referral and everything. He had to go to ISS for it. But so then they came the next day. They were like, "You are not allowed to play this game in class anymore." I was
That's
like,
crazy.
"Yes, we did it. See, together we can make a change." So,
They literally
but
just took it
yeah,
away from you.
yeah, yeah. They can make a change on our
They can make
happiness.
a change. Yeah. But
But
yeah.
yeah, man. So
What's your
go
number
ahead.
for tomorrow? What's your number?
On SPY.
No, on the inflation.
I think like 7.8 is what I'm feeling.
7.8.
7.8 to 8.0.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But I'm feeling on the lower side of 7.8. I think I am prepared for it to be low tomorrow just because I do think that because of 13 consecutive weeks of fuel dropping plus housing market is coming down, I think they're going to weight it like heavy as fuck to that and make it sound like things are really getting better. But it's not. Things aren't better. Things are still hell of expensive for just the regular consumer. So whatever number it is, I'll tell you right now confidently, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. How deep of a thinker do you think the markets are?
I, I've thought about that. Some days I feel like I feel like they really think deep about this shit. And then other days I feel like they're so surface level. Like the whole market's like, oh yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's just pump it. And then
Yeah.
other days it's just like, oh man, no, you don't get the big picture. Like shit's still fucked and you haven't factored in 20-year bonds into this. And I don't know. I don't know. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Hmm.
That guy that he's a retired hedge fund owner that lives like 45 miles down the road. The conversation I had with him, he said, I'm talking, this dude had hedge funds in the US, in Europe, and in Asia. And he said, I think he used a more specific number, but he was like 80% of the time, nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And when he said that, I was like, not even you? He's like, especially me. We have no idea what the fuck's going on. I'm just like, wow. Like, so how do you
Dang.
win? He's like, oh, there's ways to win, but nobody knows what the fuck's going on. I'm just like, whoa. Like all they're doing, I don't think anybody knows. I think it's just a game of reactions. And once you've been in it
Yeah.
long enough, you see, oh shit, everybody's freaking. So you go in whichever direction. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just a game of reactions. And whoever can interpret their reaction quick enough wins.
Yeah. I remember you telling me all you have to do is know where the market's headed 1, 2 days out.
Yeah, that's what I think. Especially if you're
And
an options trader. Yeah.
I realized that's bullshit.
Well, I
I'm gonna
trade
explain.
expiring options, so that's all I need.
No, I'm gonna explain it to you right
Okay.
now. Um, it's it's what works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because if let's say you can be 100% on the week, you know where it's gonna be week week to week,
Mhm.
then you're solid.
That's
A
true.
month,
You're
you're
right. You're
solid.
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah, yeah.
It,
Just
it's you need.
educating you a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, I love it. You need to be a master at the style you trade. That's
Yeah,
it. Like me, I can, I love 15-minute trades and I love like 25-hour trades.
do you think you love those trades because it's more? how do I say this? Instant, like you're getting paid out like that
Fuck
day.
yeah.
Or
Fuck yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. And I mean, with options, with me doing
Or
the,
that week, you know.
yeah, like when I buy at 3 p.m. on a Monday and sell at 9:45 a.m. on a Tuesday, it's just they're crazy gains if you can really predict where it's going the next day. That's
Yeah.
the beautiful part for me. But yeah, no, my favorite style of trading is 15-minute scalps. I'm a scalper, baby. That's what I love.
Yeah.
But that's how I was taught to do it. Lou taught me, he doesn't like to stay in a trade longer than 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So
damn, that sucks that you learned from him.
Trust me, like
It kind of does, because you don't have the
beautiful.
25K. If you had the 25K,
Right.
the
Well,
PDT
there's a way
would-
around that. You can do the cash account on
I know.
any
You
kind,
told
but you have to wait for your orders
Cash
to
to
settle
settle.
and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you bag up, who cares, baby? 300% trades. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. So when are we actually going to see some Solana scalping with Asian Picasso?
Okay, so I'm gonna get with Asian Picasso or Flip Tech 81 or whatever it is. I'm gonna get with him this week, and I'll have actually. You know what? I'll have an answer. I'll have an answer for you tomorrow on the next podcast.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna set a date, and then we're gonna set a date for the Solana scalping party. It's gonna take place live in the Discord on the Chart Talk channel in there. So yeah, tune in tomorrow for the actual date, and I'll throw a reminder or a calendar event up in the Discord as well tomorrow evening when I nail it down with him.
Yeah, nice. All right, so Samuel, you're calling for 7-8 to 8%.
Yeah, and I don't really fucking know. It's just that's just what I'm feeling. Like I think it's going to be lower.
Yeah, I'll say 7-7, solid 7-7.
Okay,
just to give something different.
You freaking what the hell is that?
Oh, I forget what it's called. I know what you're trying to say.
Like is it Jeopardy or something?
No, Price is Right.
The Price is Right. Yeah, 301. But I'll tell you, I'll give you a better number. I personally think that tomorrow on SPY, if it does what I think it's going to do, it's going to go down to like 396 tomorrow.
And what's it at right now?
Too high to hit that, but I'm just saying.
Hey.
I think 411.
Okay. So you got your predictions set up. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Keep your head on a swivel tomorrow, and good luck to everyone who's out there in the trades. And keep commenting, liking, and subscribing. Keep subscribing. You guys are doing awesome with that. We appreciate it. And we're having so much fun doing this new short form, type thing. So thanks again.
Definitely. Yeah. And if you are trading tomorrow, make sure you get on Twitter. Go to Unusual Whales' Twitter. They have a Spaces or whatever it's called tomorrow. And they're going to be dissecting the CPI report as it's coming out. So if you don't want to do the homework and figure it out, just go to their Twitter. That's at Unusual Whales, and they'll fucking tell you everything you need to know.
All right. You guys have a good one. Bye.
You too. Peace. Yeah, you too. Fuck. You guys too.
Come and trade with me.